Have you had any weird stuff happening since our lunar eclipse last week? Any physical stuff, feeling tired, extra draggy, extra emotional, extra vital? If you're feeling extreme, that's okay. We are going to be experiencing in the next week or so the closure to the eclipse period. And this time is all about purging. So if you have weird stuff happening in your body, just know this too shall pass. And if you think my lips look extra shiny today, that's because they are. I have weird stuff going on around on my lips. And this happened quite a few years ago to me. And I think the same thing is emerging for me to release it, to purge it, to get rid of it once and for all. So the weird shining stuff is me moisturizing my lips, but this, whatever's happening, the burning, whatever's happening is purging from my body. So if you're purging, don't worry, it's the time. Release it, let it go, and ask your angels for healing. Ask Archangel Raphael for healing. He is the angel of healing. That's my little PSA for this morning. Let's get into our reading. So, how has your week been? I'm gonna pull some cards, and a lot of decks were speaking to me, so I'll try to keep this short. Well, this card just flipped right out on me. Humor. How important is humor? Very important. Very important to me. Use humor to move through any negativity, to improve your well-being. Humor says a lot. Humor does a lot. I love that. Humor, starting off on a funny note. Excellent. Energy. Life force is flowing. Open yourself to receive the power from within. Ooh, that's why we're purging, so that we can receive the energy pouring in. Use that humor to get through these things. Use that humor to release and allow the energy to flow in. All right. Oh my. I think this is the third reading that we've gotten, the 8th chakra. All that my soul has ever been and will become rests gently in this moment. My soul-filled power is here now. And freedom. Freedom provides space and creates vistas only my spirit can recognize, allowing my natural self to express pure joy. Humor, joy, laughter, all those good feeling emotions. Unfettered mind. Purity of mind exists within this perfect instance of the One. I am all things and no thing in this moment. Whew, it's getting hot in here. Anyway, let's move on. Whew. This is feeling highly energetic. Lots of energy flowing in. Thank you, Spirit. Let's all take a deep breath. I don't usually take my deep breaths like that, making that face, but I just felt the need. Let's just take the biggest breath in we've taken all day and just let it all go. Oh, feels good. This reading feels good to me. It feels uplifting, energetic, and light. I don't feel any heaviness so far. Thus one journeys to the stars. Thus one journeys to the stars. And because this is a fairly new deck, I am going to read card number 28. And in numerology, 28, if you add 2 and 8 together, you get 10. But in numerology, we always boil down the numbers to one digit. So the one digit would be 1. 1 plus 0 equals 1. So 1 is a new beginning. 1 is the beginning. So that's why we are doing all this purging during the eclipse season, eclipse period, so that we can start fresh. We can start unburdened. We can start light. So, if you look at the little symbol, cicature ad astra is a Latin phrase meaning, thus one journeys to the stars. What got you here is not the same thing as what you'll need to evolve into a pure light body merging back into source. As you've climbed up the mountain of your mission here, you continue chipping away at the good, or even the really good, to uncover your truest expression of divine destiny. Are you serving the collective in your own unique way, a way that also fully serves you? The time has come for you to put your full heart, soul, and spirit behind your work. Your greatest purpose is filled with joy, happiness, and love expressed through your contributions to the universe. Oh, this card really speaks to me. Whew, I'm going through that right now with my career, only taking things that really speak to my heart and soul. So think about this question. How can I put my full heart, soul, and spirit into my greatest work? What would this change, and what would remain the same? Yeah, wow, that is deep. And fun fact, this cicature ad astra was my high school motto. We had this all over my high school. So how cool is that? Thus one journeys to the stars. And I just noticed the little pig in the top corner, and you know, the doubting mind. I can hear the doubting mind. Yeah, when pigs fly. But yeah, when pigs fly is here. So no more getting out of it. No more getting out of it. We are at the beginning. 2-8 boils down to 1. We are at the beginning of leading our soul-led, authentic lives. We are at that beginning. So if you haven't already started doing that, if you haven't already looked at what gifts you can give to the world and how you can put your soul authenticness out there, then start asking yourself some questions. Start asking yourself some questions. Now this deck is, I don't always use this deck, but it really popped out at me this morning. So let's see what the urgent messaging is. It is the Sacred Creator's Oracle. So it's a... Love it. It just completely ties in with the last card. It says, lead your metamorphosis. I love it. I love how Source just gets these messages across. So these two cards, lead your metamorphosis. only you are in charge of you. Only you are in charge of you. And if you don't lead your metamorphosis, no one else is going to. So, lead. It just doesn't say be ready for a metamorphosis, it says lead. So, start taking action, taking baby steps towards those things that feed your soul. What feeds your soul? What feeds your soul? I tell you what feeds my soul. Camping and pet sitting. I can say those right off the top of my head. When I am doing those two things, my heart is completely full all the time. So lead your metamorphosis. Don't just sit back and wait. Lead. Love it. Thank you. All right, and I got a beautiful new deck. A friend of mine had the same deck and did a lovely tarot reading for me. And I just fell in love with this deck and said, I gotta get this. It's beautiful. The cards are beautiful. The messages are beautiful. And we'll see what. So to charge the deck to me, because this is a fairly brand new deck, when I took it out of the box, I touched every single card. This is just my thing to put my energy on these cards so that I can do a reading that is either meant for me or meant for me to put out. So at first I touched every single card, every single card, every single card. And then I always place the cards on my heart and just take a few deep breaths. And that charges the deck to your energy. And I had already done that, but it wasn't quite feeling right. So there's nothing saying I can't do it again. So thought I'd just do a little charging again. Impeccability. Impeccability. I'm going to read what that card means in the booklet. But if you notice in the top corner, we have another 28 card. Wow. All right, impeccability, number 28. The card meaning. Now is the time to be impeccable in your relationships, responsibilities, and home environment. Gather your discipline and integrity around you like a sacred cloak. No matter what it takes, maintain your power, intent, and focus. I feel like that is saying the exact same as here. Impeccability. Lead with your integrity. Lead your metamorphosis. Only go towards those things that are feeding your soul. Be impeccable on doing that one task. Impeccable in your responsibilities. What's feeding your soul in those responsibilities? If you have these responsibilities that are not feeding your soul, find ways to filter those out of your life. Find ways to filter in the new things that feed your soul. Find ways to release relationships that aren't feeding your soul. Find ways to meet new people to gain new relationships. I'm just going through what it said in this book. Home environment. Find ways to make your home into a place that feeds your soul, or find ways to release. Either release stuff that's in your house. Just decluttering a space will make it feel lighter. Don't believe me? Try it. Even if you clean out under your bed and nothing else, even something you can't see, No word of a lie. If you clean everything out from under your bed, I bet you'll have a better sleep. And that's something you can't visually see. So if you feel cluttered, if you feel like your home environment is not feeding your soul, clean out under your bed. Clean out a shelf. Clean out a space that when you walk into your home, what's the first thing you see? Do you see like a cluttered table that has piles of junk that just get plopped there when you walk in the door? Or do you see something visually pleasing, something that feeds your soul? Try it. I dare you. Awesome. I love it. And what spirit helper is helping us? Helping us to go in the direction, leading our metamorphosis, going in the directions of feeding our soul. Who is helping us? This one. Transcendence. Rise up. Honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. That's what this is all about. Feed your soul. Lead your metamorphosis. If you don't know where to start, message me. I can give you a list of 10 things to do to lean towards feeling. I can give you some leading questions so that you can figure out where your joy is coming from, where your all these words are jumping out at me. I know you can't see them, but I'm like, just look at what lightens you. Look at what brings you joy. Look at what makes you feel free. Look at what makes you breathe with a sigh of relief. If you start talking about a topic and you're just talking like this, then obviously you're probably not too passionate about that topic. But if you start talking about a topic like this and then you don't realize it, and then you're just talking and talking and talking to someone, and you're like, whoa, I'm really passionate about that. I've had conversations like that before, and I had no idea how passionate I was about that topic until I was talking about it with someone. So find your passions. Find those things that light you up. Find those things you get excited to talk about. And lead the way. Lead the way. Lead the way. Keep taking those steps towards those things that light you up. Keep taking those steps back away from those things that do not light yourselves up. Sounds simple. It can be, but the road is usually never straight. So you'll be finding those things, and then you'll take a curve, and then you'll go somewhere else, and that's okay. Life is a winding road, but eventually we get to those stops that make us feel good. We get to those places that fill our hearts, and then we want more, and then we want more, and then we want more. When you feel good, you want more of that. So find those things that make you feel good. Have a great week, everybody. Wow. I am excited to lead into this new moon that's coming up, and I'll talk about that closer too. But have a great week, and please leave a comment about what lights you up. What lights you up? Leave that in the comments. What's your first step going to be to lead yourself into your metamorphosis? What's your first step you're going to take? Please leave a comment. Have a great day.